Welcome back, everybody. So passive-aggressive behavior can be frustrating and damaging to any relationship. Common examples are when someone gives you the silent treatment or is snappy but denying why. This kind of behaviors are signs of insecurity and instability. And here with more with tips on how to confront a passive-aggressive person is Dr. Courtney Warren.
Hi.
Hi, Courtney. How you doing?
Lovely. Wonderful. How are you?
I am good. So give us a little bit more of what a passive-aggressive person is.
So passive-aggressive behavior is when someone is feeling a lot of negative emotion, like anger, hostility, resentment.
Okay.
But instead of directly saying to you that they're feeling that way, they indirectly communicate it to you. So
Okay.
maybe they take a little stab at you through their tone of voice or through sort of a sarcastic joke.
Right.
Give you the silent treatment, something like that, where it's clear that they're angry, but they're not directly telling you that they're angry.
And is that just like a higher level of sarcasm or cynicism?
You know, it could be, but
Yeah.
oftentimes it's moments where we're really uncomfortable or insecure about something and we're not able to directly admit it.
Right.
So instead of admitting it directly just by saying, hey, I'm really angry with you about X, we kind of indirectly show you that we're angry with you.
Okay, because I think a lot of people, let's say they're in a relationship, they just don't want to talk. Like they I don't know why, but you know, communication is always a big key and a big problem
Huge.
in relationships.
Yes.
Is that somebody that's passive aggressive, or do they kind of have to make at least one comment or something as opposed to not talking?
It really is about the emotion. So if they're feeling angry, absolutely it could be passive aggressive, even if they're not saying anything.
Okay.
It could be like a look that they gave you, right? Or
Yeah.
it could be like not speaking to you.
Right.
It could be any version of they're clearly upset,
Yeah.
but they're not directly telling you that. And it's a huge problem in relationships because it's very uncomfortable to be on the receiving end of passive-aggressive behavior.
Now, especially, I would assume when you're with a group of people. I mean, it's one thing when you're with your significant other or whatever, and you kind of deal with it in your own way. But now you're in a group of people. That's
Yes.
when you probably have to really start confronting it.
You really do. And really the first thing that I would recommend for people is to be very honest with themselves about their perception of a situation. So if you think someone's angry with you and they're not telling you, but you're kind of getting this, whoa, I feel some aggression from you.
Right.
Just own it. Say, you know, are you angry with me? Because my perception is that something's not right and I am feeling uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And that's the first step to doing it, to really just putting it out there on the table.
And you know, at some point you would think that the onus would be on them. If you say it and they still don't, then you say, look, you shouldn't feel guilty anymore. You did what you know you can, I would think.
Then you get to say, I'm going to set some relationship boundaries with you. When you treat me this way, I'm really uncomfortable. It's not okay with me. So you get to say really what you want and need from the people in your life. And if they're treating you in a way that's really uncomfortable,
Right.
where you don't feel validated and you don't feel good about yourself, then at some point you have to say, you know what, this isn't working for me. The way that you're talking to me isn't okay. And maybe that's about me.
Yeah.
I'm not making a judgment about who you are, but the truth is that I don't like being around you when you treat me this way.
Yeah, for sure. Now, this is obviously a behavior issue. Is this something that requires medication, or is that like extreme?
That would be very extreme.
Okay.
You know, all of us can be passive aggressive actually. All humans are prone to this. But if someone's doing it a lot, and if you're in a relationship with someone who's treating you this way continuously, even after you've asked them to change, then you really have to think about whether you want to stay in this relationship or not.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? Because at the end of the day, you don't really have any control over other people. You can't change them, but you have 100% control over your behavior.
Sure, sure.
So at some point you have to ask yourself, is this somebody I want to be close to, or is this something I should probably walk away from?
All right, Dr. Courtney Warren, some good advice. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Learned a lot.